welcome back. When we last left off a few weeks ago, we ended on kind of a dour
Hor-
note,
Horrible.
um, as our beloved Artful Dodger uh, was last seen.
You're a monster.
No, the monster is the thing that picked him up. Um, well, it seems that in addition to the First Legion um, closing in on Higurashil, forces from Meershal, forces from Krushtak, forces from Fergandali ships rumored to be off the coast. The storm that came and swept over and through the city, now into the desert itself, causing some kind of a terrible catastrophe near the many, many airships docked towards the south, the Armada. Um, in the midst of all this, of course, it wasn't enough. I had to throw goddamn mind flayers at you out of left field. So, well, for you guys, it was out of left field. But I'm glad that you at least found it out before their plan. Well, we'll find out what comes to light. So, last episode, you guys did some shopping. You guys got a lot of things, and we're planning on having.
It was damn good shopping too.
You got
It's the
some
best damn
groceries.
shopping we ever did. You make
It's
it
like-
sound like we're dummies.
No, you just had some. It was very good shopping. I'm proud of you. You had a grocery list planned out. It's like you had a meal for Thanksgiving. You knew what you wanted to make. You went out and got the big old fancy gem encrusted bowl,
Yes.
and then decided to check in on Poglo, who was taking his time. Messaged him. Then Zara found that he couldn't really talk, so she decided to scry on him while you guys popped into a cafe, kind of open air, to sit down on some comfortable furniture in the dark and check to see what he was seeing. And this was after, of course, having gone through. Actually, not just shopping. I'm sorry. That is rather rude. You guys did have a much more productive day than that. You went to the Tower of Bone,
Mhm.
for one thing, where you, one, found out where it got its name, two, met with two people there, one, an expert on Fergadali culture and history,
The
another
Tower of Bone. That's because it's made out of a giant skeleton. Please continue. I
Okay.
was also.
Okay.
Yep, we did find out, and
Yeah.
we realized it at the time, and not just now.
Yeah. Coincidentally enough, also the name of a brothel out in somewhere. We're not going to get there. So you also met with another scholar who was an expert on ancient artifacts and things, and was able to was in the process of trying to secure a lot of the prized possessions of the college, trying to hide them away in what seemed to be an extraplanar vault. Now, when you did eventually scry on Poglo, you saw him tailing his mark, as Galadriel get death on Pluvius Tonvelis and Sahigurshil, in a courtyard near the Tower of Bone, where a grid of pillars stood. Curious, the boy was confused by the man's apparently erratic pattern of walking. He strolled, and as he did, he ended up in another place. The boy was amazed at the vanishing dwarf and tried to follow his exact footsteps. Doing so, found himself in Blackstone, where, well, horrors awaited. The boy narrowly escaped by virtue of his very, very clever, skills that he learned on the street.
Makes one of us.
But question remains whether it was enough. Most likely, I wouldn't get my hopes up. After all, it's a kid in the hands of a horrifying, horrifying being.
worst. Okay.
Now,
We also...
at this point, Zara snapped open her eyes. Oh, shit. I think Poglow's done.
Done what?
He's done his job?
No, I think he's dead.
What?
What?
There was some things. He was watching the dwarf guy, and the dwarf guy went through some pillars and stuff, and she recounts the story, as Zara would.
Right. Accurate.
And I'm sorry, it sounded like you wanted to say something before I started. What was it?
We also scryed on Vernon, right?
You did, yes. Sorry, that was
Okay.
the beginning of it when you guys woke up in the Feather House. Had a nice long.
It was a lifetime ago.
Yes, long time ago.
I'm just making sure.
What's interesting about that was that Vernon was playing the piano, and played a song that Gallerina ended up singing along to. Quite lovely. Pair of them.
Okay.
Never mind that she couldn't hear it through. Well, anyways.
And where are we in the Feather House currently?
No, you went into a nearby, sort of I guess like a closest thing would be a cafe or saloon sort of feel.
So we're on like the streets right now.
You're sitting on, I would say, like you're sitting on like a bench that's more or less like an ottoman, in this dark, dim lit, room that's almost like an alcove into the building itself. Like there's no front wall to this place, and it's just you can see the rain is just pouring outside.
Cool.
And everyone's kind of come in. It's got its own little ambiance, like there's a good bit of incense burning and everything, and it just seems like it's kind of stuck with the moisture outside, just keeping the smoke in, and people are all huddled in, and the feeling when you're in a town and it's a downpour, and people are all gathered inside longer than they should be. Or would be.
All right, so the terrible creature that Zara just described to Brunin and I, have we heard of anything like this before? Do we know anything about a creature like this?
Make a nature check.
$13.
19.
19, Brunin.
With a 19, there's something about some of your studies and things that, as a bard, you pick up stories here and there. One story told from a traveler from the Sword Coast came from Waterdeep, and he shuddered at the thought of someone went to serve octopus at the Long Horse Inn in Marheim, and he nearly vomited. You never saw a man go pale so fast, and he left with a shudder on an empty stomach, and you thought it was strange. You caught him outside and asked him what happened, and he explained that there were stories that people would take as nightmares told to children. Beings that lived in dark places, far below the ground, building cities beneath, wherever they can find a way to get lots and lots of food and sustenance. What they would prey on was the brains, sentient sapient beings. The thought of it unnerves you, without having seen it, but only having the bare kind of depiction in mind. That's about what you get from it.
And Zara described what she saw to me.
Yeah, fairly accurately.
Drax, I've heard stories of these creatures. If they're who I think they are, they'll do terrible things to that boy.
If he still lives at all. How many? How many did you see?
I only saw the one that had him. There were 3 there when I saw, but it sounded like they were saying there were more.
We need to tell the...
I think they're going to attack.
We need to tell the council.
Probably should. I don't know if they'll believe us, but he's on the council.
Weirin, can you send her a message? And she needs to know now, like the city is under imminent attack. And not from Blowhawk.
Actually, I don't know if she has any spells. Well, how many spell slots she has left.
I can help you drive her.
Thank you.
I can try.
At least with the spells, I'd say. Because
Yes.
I just know she did cast a bunch last session, and you guys have not had a long rest, unfortunately. That's it.
Wow, she's got so many. Okay.
Yeah, oh god. Okay.
Sending is what, a 3rd level spell?
Where does it say how many spells she has left?
The spell slots.
You're looking at Zara's.
Oh, it's all blank. I don't know. I don't know how many she has. All right.
She's out of 3rd level spell slots. But she could burn sending on 4th level.
I would say this. At this point, she would probably say, I really think that we should probably save it in case I think we should go and tell her directly. 1, she'll believe us more if she sees us. 2, it will... If they come and attack, I need to be ready for them.
You're right. Do we go to where we know they're coming in, or do we go to the council?
We don't know where they're coming in. I mean, the place where the dwarf guy was, Gendath, yeah. We could go there, but I don't know if they'll still be there on the other side or if they'll be waiting.
Let's just get to the council as quick as we can.
Okay.
Brennan throws on his pack. All right, let's go.
Yep.
If we're fast enough, maybe we have time to save the boy.
Let's see if we can find a faster way there.
Okay. You will want to ask around, see if you can figure out, make an investigation check.
Yeah, I want to look for one of those, like, sky taxis we took last time.
Okay.
Yeah, 20.
Oh,
20?
thank goodness.
All right, with the 20, okay, with the 20, you find a kind of a. There's a woman with like a staff, and she's, you know, her cloak and cap are drenched. But she, you notice a pair of, I'd say you notice like a pair of goggles similar to what you saw from that other man who helped give you a lift before. And you kind of make the connection and approach her. She has,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The council.
The council. What about the council?
The chambers.
Yes, they're in the northern parts of the city, just by the Tower of Bone.
What's the fastest way there?
In this weather, it's running probably under an umbrella. But I mean, if the weather were clearer, I could probably take you.
If the weather's not clear and we need to go now.
I could wreck my ship. If you make it worth my time, I'll risk it, but...
How much do you need?
Call it 10 gold.
Done.
Done.
Please, as fast as you can.
Hands her 5 gold. Give her 5 gold at the end of the, I'll give you your 5 gold at the end of the trip.
Maybe even 6.
Pull on your cloak. Alright. She goes up, leads you up, upstairs to where you can see there's, moored to a post, like a wooden post just kind of jutting out. You can see there's 2 or 3 taxis, just tied down. And even in the wind, they're kind of like drifting and swaying a bit. She kind of, kind of lifts, kind of grabs it for a second, and like tries to topple it over like she's emptying a canoe for a moment, and then a bit of water spills out onto the roof. All right, climb in. And she kind of like pulls it down a little bit, adjusts the knob, and it kind of hovers a little bit lower to the floor of the roof.
I hop in the back.
Sort of shakes and bobs. Okay. Brunan, you hop in as well, and Zara, I'll say, just jumps in as well. And as far as I recall, Malik is back in the Feather House for the time being. All right. Okay. Council coming up, and she unties, with a quick, doesn't even need two hands. She just does a quick flourish, and the rope comes undone. And before long, it's a rough ride, and you can feel it's faster than the gondola that you were in before, which leads you to wonder, either is this a better model, or was that guy not driving as urgently as it is for you? Either way, you're grateful for it, even though the bits of rain sting your face. You feel yourself just sailing through the city, the rooftops and everything, you're faster and faster underneath you, almost like you were going off at a full gallop, but through the air. Even more so that it feels like a gallop, as the ship seems to bob up and down a little bit more worrying. Make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Both of you.
While you have us do this, Brunan's taking a peek out over the side down at the town below.
Keeping an eye out. 12.
Brunan throws a copper over the side of the 23.
Okay, you're both fine. There's a point where she has to veer hard to the right, and for a second you feel as though you're almost at you're at a hard angle, almost like you see people in motorcycles and their knees are about to touch the curb. She cuts right and then has to duck. The boat actually dips down below the rooftops for a moment, cutting through a side street alley. There's a point where Adraxa, as she rights herself, you feel this kind of thing flap across your face, and you pull it up as she clears out of the buildings, and just a lady's bloomers hung across the line in the rain, soaking wet, flop, smack. Just a mouthful of wet bloomer water. Gross. You spit it out.
Not into it.
Look behind you, and there's got a sock on stocking tied to one of her horns. Behind, she works on letting it go, and then it just kind of snakes down to the street.
Adorable.
A few more alleyways before she finds a point where she pulls up and the boat can finally get back up above the rooftops. The ship sails. It's a clear line. You can see the Tower of Bone and the council chambers ahead. From this angle, it looks different. The council chambers. From below, you just saw this kind of big round thing. From above, you can see it's this sort of geometric, oblong-looking trapezoidal pyramid. It's weirdly shaped, for sure. But it's definitely ornate. There's a round colonnade going around it, but its central structure is more or less a larger building, surrounded by a bit of greenery. So the colonnade, courtyard, building. She pulls up. We can't, of course, stop right at the council, so you're going to have to dock across the street. There's a place. She goes.
We just jump out.
Sure. Coin.
How far is the jump before I commit to that?
I'll say this. She pulls. Doing a Jetson. No, she pulls up, kind of drifts for a second, and you're about 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, it's fine. I toss her 10 gold.
Okay, one-way trip. Thank you.
I give her 5 more. Thank you for your swift journey.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's go.
Goes up, tries to find a spot to moor her ship. Okay.
So what's the quickest way in here? Is it through the colonnade?
Yeah.
Okay. I take off at a sprint.
Okay.
Brunan follows closely behind.
Make a stealth check, both of you, with advantage.
2 and a 5.
10.
8.
Oh, with advantage,
8.
You're saying?
8 with advantage.
12.
All right. 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. you're running up, and despite the fact that there's not so many guards out and it's pouring rain and everything, and it's a large area to patrol and cover, something about seeing, you Uvadrax are running full sprint, almost looking like you're charging, the line of battle. You see some guards. Halt! What are you doing?
We need to speak to the council right away.
Who are you?
We have to meet the fate, obviously.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. 22.
Out of the way!
The council's... And then you see, at this point, you can see a woman in a wheelchair. Well, she, grabs his hand. You see Alani Picron. Let them pass.
Thank you, Picron.
What do you need to speak to them about? She starts wheeling towards the chambers.
The city is under attack. We have seen it. One of the council has let them in. Not Flohelg. Monsters. Not Flohelg. Creatures. And they are coming.
It's the same one from the ship. The beast. The bird of fire that attacked us.
What about that?
The airship.
Is that what's coming?
I have not seen that. Have you seen that?
No. I thought you said you...
No, Zera. Zera saw it.
What I know is that the Brass Palace... The Tower of Brass has been... The massive contraption at the top of the Brass Palace. Tower of Brass. It's been spinning irregularly. The council is aware, but they're having trouble interpreting it. We've never seen it acting in such a way.
We just saw Asgaladriel Gendath in Blackstone conversing with these creatures.
And I describe what Zara described with that.
Many of them, and they're coming here, now. The council needs to be aware.
As you describe the creatures, there's a look of panic on her face. A look of awareness. There's... Illithids. Right?
Illithids?
Rumored. Illithids.
What are illithids?
They are these creatures, or at least what you described. I have a tablet. Well, it was on the ship, but it was destroyed. In the crash, it was shattered. If I could see the markings, I could learn more about them, but I lost the text before I was able to get the text to translate it. I'm afraid what knowledge was there is gone forever. If this is true, and Gendath is a traitor, then yes, you should speak to the council immediately.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna drop this map in the chat. And also
Okay.
load it up. Well, you're not on Fancy Grounds, right? So
No,
I'll
but
just
yeah, drop it in the chat and I'll get it into the stream.
Matt.
Okay. Now,
Ooh, it's so pretty, Matt.
thank you. All right. This is within the colonnade, and you can see there's like sort of like a. You can barely make out the kind of like slate stone circle going around it. Inside, you can see there's a bit of water, and well, the front door. As you walk through, you can see it's like almost like a long little tunnel, about 10 feet long, into a main corridor. From there, it's truly impressive architecture. You can see there's about 2 or 3 tiered balconies looking over the sides of this chamber. Down the central corridor, you can see that there is a long carpeted hallway up these steps, past these massive statues. The statues themselves depicting, well, make a history check.
Can do. Watch out for my +0 coming at you. 3.
3. They be big statues.
So big.
Burden, would you like to make one?
14.
Okay, it's enough. you're able to recognize these are former arch scholars. You don't know which ones, but it's enough that you can recognize two of them to be appearing to be arch scholars from specializing from the Iron Falls. One of them from another school, though you know not which. To either side.
Here we go. Yep, the 3 black statues at the bottom of the map. Is that right?
Yeah, the 3 black statues at the bottom of the map. Above that, you can see there's a large stairway leading up to this. Leading up to this central corridor. It extends but narrows. You can see there are many, many people, nobles, very important-looking folk, you could say, along the upper balconies, watching. Crowds, very interested in proceedings going on. Forward, you can see there's kind of like a tiered, almost organic-looking carved stone leading up to where you can see 2 kind of mezzanine balconies to the side of the central throne. On the mezzanine, the 2 side balconies, you can see that there are 3 seats each one ornate. The central one, equally ornate, just on its own pedestal. Seated there, you see Ace and Shad. She looks tired. Behind her, you can see there is a sound of water flowing down from this enormous. Rather than like a wall behind her, there is just a wall of water cascading down.
Cool.
Sourceless, magical, even. Fountains in the wings, you can hear them. The tinkling water kind of flowing. You notice. Well, make a perception check.
My specialty. Psych.
14.
7.
Okay. It was a low thing to notice. With a 14, you get it.
Great.
Seated, you can see Darish Kalgresa, wearing her own Colbert Rankansen, Rayave Thuala. 2 of the council members are missing. Weja, of course, after the events that transpired at Walla Manor, and Ascalagio Gendath. The dwarf is not present, and the council is looking forward as a man familiar to you, clean-shaven head, dark complexion, is standing there, his chin up, speaking to the council. I trust that your deliberations will be guided by the wisdom of our ancestors, and I ask that you take my bid seriously without looking to condemn me because of any political reasons or enemies that I may have gained. I understand that I am not popular, as I have made many enemies. But Higurashil has many enemies. Now, what you need in a beacon is someone who has found victory in every single battle that he has waged.
Is it that fucking wizard?
It is that fucking wizard.
Fucking wizard.
Wellico Vervabena, the famed duelist of the Cathedral Sands, is standing there.
That guy that was incinerating everybody?
Yes, putting forth his application to be considered as the beacon of Blackstone Hall. The Count, you hear a conversation going back and forth. We understand that you have shown great prowess in your fights, in your little squabbles. Yes, but this is a war that we are fighting, Relico. And how is a war any different? You have to be clear-headed, for one. Not go looking for a fight. You hear at this point Warren speaks. It's not about your vanity and glory, Relico. We respect your skills in combat and are grateful to have you among our finest warriors in Higurashil, but to be a member of the council, to be a beacon is to be a light. It is to guide people to reason, especially in times like this. So I am to be a tool then. A sword for Higurashi and nothing more.
Yeah, he's a tool, all right.
Yeah.
Should we interrupt this?
Colbert kind of, raises his hand and says, "He shows great promise. I taught him myself a long time ago. He's mastered every branch of magic he could learn. Many have heard him play with the glass hearth. We've heard him make many a man scream in pain at the iron vaults. He is one who is ventured into Blackstone by his own means. He is one who has fulfilled nearly every requirement expected for Beacon. But one, he kind of leans forward and then turns and looks down at Wellico, who looks up at him. Just, you are not clear-headed, Wellico. What we are is not kings, rulers, counselors. That is what we are. We illuminate. In a desert, we are an oasis, a font, a fountain. We are hope. But you have brought ruin to so many families.
We should interrupt this.
This Wellico kind of bows his head, seething.
He is one who values violence over reason.
Yeah. He looks to the art scholar. May my restraint and respect for this council be my advocate and stand in defense against such claims against my character. And he turns, walks away. You see him strolling down the hall. There's a murmur among the crowd. Ace Pacific kind of looks. We are not ready to appoint anyone just yet. I think we can all agree that we should deliberate on this further until more candidates have presented themselves. But we do need someone to replace Wager. Has anyone found the dwarf?
I think you have more pressing issues at hand.
She kind of looks, and at this, Railia Buala. We do have pressing issues, don't we? Come forth.
Here we go.
These are the ones you will all recall who caused quite a ruckus. Stole off with one of my house guests and led to the assault from forces unknown.
Good to see you again, Beacon. Thank you again for the party. Arch Scholar, if we may.
Ace Pacific kind of looks at you, shocked a bit by your brusque and uncharacteristic, smooth handling of that. If you may, what may I ask?
We have great tidings. We know where your missing council member is, and we know of an additional attack on Higurishita that is imminent.
Daresh stands up for a moment from his chair. I wish to tell the council. Nearly a week ago or so, I believe it was. These three others, looking around confused at the lack of Malik and all that, but they came to me in the Iron Vaults after training. They swore that they would present evidence explaining, that one of our council members is corrupt. Wager leaves us now. We're out of need. Our other one is missing. I assume you've brought some evidence?
Yes.
Zara comes up and, if it pleases the High Council of, what are they called? I cast spell and I was scrying on someone we hired to follow Gendath. We suspected him. Why? It's a good question. We just got a feeling.
No. No,
Oh.
because of something we overheard at the Wallace get-together. It's a long story.
Kind of a, like, definitely like a hush, like you can sense that the vibe in the room, like among the crowd, is like listening into all this, like juicy, like it's juicy gossip and not something that could spell the downfall of the entire city. Go on.
There are many reasons, but the most pressing issue is you need to know where he is right now. Convening in Blackstone with, what did she call them? The Illithid?
Alania at this point. Illithids.
Aye.
Yes,
We have seen it.
Our scholar. If what they say is true, then Higurashil stands in great peril. There's a pause. She kind of like leans back in her chair. Tired as she is. Closes her eyes. Raises a hand and just... We are confronted by the First Legion. They stand at Ilmater's Peak and they approach. We are confronted by the question of the Fagandoli. And now, this threat. She looks around and there's like a moment of panic. She shakes her head. What advice did we just give Relico? If we cannot remain clear-headed ourselves, and we ourselves do not deserve the title of beacons. She sits in her chair, you know, sits up straight, and gains composure for herself. One problem at a time. Send someone to Blackstone immediately. She, you know, nods to a guard who nods his head. Search for him. They will need to be prepared. Tell them. I don't know what to tell them. There is nothing that can prepare them for that. I'm very likely sending them to their deaths. Daresh stands up and says, "Shall I go?" "No. Daresh, we need you for the other battles ahead." He sits back down. And then, at this point, behind you, bursting through the door, there is a halfling woman. So I try to find it. She looks... Well, her cloak is tattered, torn. You can see that there is a great deal of...
She just ran into the door behind us, or ran through the door behind us.
She bursts in.
Yeah.
1 second, let me put this in the chat as well. 1 second, if I can. Okay. There you go. So the halfling woman comes up, and then she's, you know, not waiting or anything. You know, just walks up the long hallway. Council. They look. General. What news? They've passed Ilmater's gig. They will be here within a day. The storm has soaked the desert. It is slowing them down for now. But the First Legion has other means. Terrible means. They have soldiers capable of flight. They bombarded us from above, pested us. It broke through the lines. Daresh said, "We'll need to adjust our strategies. Our airships have suffered great losses, but we prepare on the walls for their airborne assault. There's more. Something far more terrible. I didn't believe it when I saw it. The First Legion, as you know, they are composed of constructs. machinations built by Flowhelp. They found a way that with every soul killed to make their forces stronger. Bring it! She gestures, and you see some guards come in, carrying behind them chains, pulling in this, really dragging in this body behind them. It's pale, covered in black armor on its arms and a helmet. It's here they are. They drag it in, and for a moment. Careful. And one of the guards goes, nods, pulls one of the chains, or pulls something from the back of its head, and with that, you see this thing spring to life. 1 second.
Everything's wrong.
You look at it. The soldier we've identified as a Fagandali corpse. They found a way to take their slain enemies, insert a sort of dynamo from a simple, very rudimentary First Legion driver, and it's connected into their eyes. What it sees, they see, just as any other First Legion soldier can.
Those motherfuckers made Cybermen.
Pretty much. It's the Platinum Compass sees all. He knows. There's.
What is the Platinum Compass?
Is that what we're looking at?
Make a history check with advantage, actually. Let's say
history check with advantage.
Because you guys are both from Flowhelp, even though it's new history to you, but Ace has been seen before.
12, 10.
12, 10. It sounds familiar. I'll roll for Zara too, just because. Hold on.
Because it's awesome and you want to tell us.
And you guys want the lore. Alright, she got.
Always want the lore.
She got an 11, so yeah. Platinum Compass sounds familiar, but you don't know it.
I feel like it sees all.
Hmm?
It sees all.
My headphones are. Okay.
Mike, can you hear me?
Yes.
No, it's my headphones that are acting up right now. Sorry.
The Platinum Compass sees all. The joke wasn't worth saying 3 times. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. It's okay. It's okay. So the Platinum Compass does see all, is what she says. And with this, kind of looking at it, there's a moment as the thing kind of like reaches, and then for a moment it grabs one of the chains and pulls one of the soldiers, nearly falls over, as the other one grabs a spear and goes to, stab it. It immediately turns around, backhands him. With this, the halfling general, draws a dagger, sprints up, and with a single leap, drives it straight through the helmet, pinning it to the ground. She, gets up, throws her cloak back over.
Halflings, right? So brave.
The war against the Thontillians, against the Fergandoli, are now our own soldiers added to the ranks of the First Legion. They called them salvage scrap, these beasts. If our city starts to lose this war, starts to lose a battle, they will overtake us soon. This Rinconsin kind of looks and says, "I do not think that we'd see such an abomination even among Florida. Is there a way to sever the connection to the Platinum Compass?" And then, this Ace says, "There's a rudimentary method for communication that they all use. It's similar to, a base enchantment for sending stones, but they've augmented it in such a way. That's why they have gemstones, some of them, the higher ranking ones. The others, it's only powder. But for such a... I have to imagine over such a great distance, the Platinum Compass would still need some kind of relay. Something to send messages across the wastes. There could be caravans. Where it's too far. There's no way to first find them in the desert, and then even if you could to take them on, you'd have to be able to fly over the entire desert. And right now, our ships, every single one of them, is needed to defend the city. Elania kind of like wheels up. If I may. The Condor was attacked by beasts, unlike any I'd ever seen. I know that there was concerns about these three, but I think if there's a way that they can find it, convince it, maybe it could find them for us. Or maybe it could help us against this illicit threat. Maybe it could do something, I don't know.
If you are referring to the rock that brought down the Condor, then yes, we owe it a conversation.
There's kind of like a moment where like there's kind of like a slow turn. Like they look perplexed, like, and then you hear Ryaelia speak up first. You owe it a conversation. Have you been on speaking terms with such a creature?
I mean, we are not friendly with it. It threatened us.
What did it want? Why did it let you go?
Its daughter. It wants us to help find its daughter. I think we can tell it where. And perhaps that will... I don't know, perhaps he would be grateful enough to spare our lives long enough to ask a favor. I can make no promises past that.
Where, Zara kind of looks at you and says, do you know where she is?
She's about 1 million years ago.
Oh, okay. Waren kind of says, if you know where we can try and send a message, or we can try locate person. But I mean, that's a long shot.
We left her in another time. I do not know if she still lives or not.
Colbert Rinkansen looks confused. What do you mean you left them in another time?
How deep do we want to go into this today? We have explained the story to...
Oh, sorry. You say it again.
How deep do we want to delve into this today? Because we have explained this to some of the council. It would take quite a while to explain to all.
Waren kind of looks and says, I think you should show him.
Show him which? What? Sorry. Just tell him everything?
You should tell them, and I think we should see.
I look at Brunin. I look at Brunin for approval to actually start, spewing the truth, because I'm never sure.
Ace kind of they claim to have been able to travel from 10 years in the future of now to a point in time in the past, or close to the founding of our city, and then to another time, ancient. And there's kind of the rest is how ancient.
Ancient Teleorgatha?
The council members who had not heard, kind of their ears prick up and everything. Zara kind of says, I'm actually I'm not really a tiefling, I guess. And she starts speaking in fluent High Station, eloquently and everything, and they're kind of taken aback and everything.
She is from there. Yeah, we accidentally brought her along from very long ago.
There's another guy, Malik, but we'll let him stay in the Feather House. And then Zara kind of looks, oh shit, I shouldn't have mentioned.
It's fine. We have no secrets from this council. We only want to help.
Should I show them that?
I mean, don't show them, but I mean, do not lie about it.
We have this thing. It's a feather. She pulls out the feather.
All right, Sarah. Oh. Yeah, we have a secret house, but it's fine. Yes, so... The Rock has a child that we met 1,000,000 years ago. Maybe 500 years ago. We left her in ancient Teleorgatha. The Rock wants to know her whereabouts, and we owe him an explanation. It was this creature that brought down the Condor, because we were on board. And for this we are sorry.
You think that perhaps withholding the truth from him will make him angrier now?
We have no intention to withhold the truth from anyone, especially something that can level a city.
Well then, we may just find our city leveled.
We stand with Higurishel. Our swords are at your side. You dispatch us how you will, and we will do our best.
Kind of a shuffle among the people above the balcony. Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
15.
Okay. A few folks that look strange. You see there's a Goliath standing among the crowd wearing finery. A long beard, and he's just kind of like just standing, looking over the proceedings. Just don't remember seeing him there a minute ago. Maybe he just kind of like was in the back and trying to get a better view. That's all. Well, I think that you should plan on finding this rock, whatever he is, very soon. If we need every ally we can get. On that note, the council has another matter that needs to be discussed. We've deliberated for very long, and I think the time is running out. Ace of Seth looks and says, "You are right." The matter of Fergendal. Blenny has promised her personal guard, a soldier's gesture that I appreciate. It's a matter of good faith. Fergendal has committed these soldiers in all likelihood to die on the front lines outside of the city, regardless of whether we choose to ally with them or not. She's agreed that they will fight for Higurashil. She's also promised that more Fergendali troops stand at the ready, ships nearby, ready to support us to bring reinforcements. We are in a precarious position. We could accept them, and it would save our lives, save the city. But the cost, I fear, is great. They ask that we no longer tolerate the instruction of magic. She kind of looks over towards Kincanson, who just has a solemn kind of expression on his face. My duty is to the people of Higurashil. Empires rise and fall. That is what I learned in the Tower of Bone. Gods rise and fall sometimes. Magic has always been, and will always be, the wave. It will be what is there for anyone who can open their hearts to it. We'll find another way to teach, if that's what it means, to ensure that we survive. They kind of look, Wherein kind of reaches a hand over. Kansa, no. No, this is not right. We bow down to them. We'll be alive, but at what cost? This is too much to pay. For what? For them to come and, instead of us teaching about magic, about freedom. Magic is freedom. It's power to change the world. And instead, what they want is everyone to just be a slave to their god. How would stand for it?
She is right.
I would rather...
She is right.
And then there's another point. As you see another figure come in. Hello. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
He lives. He lives.
You see Vatigen the Penitent. This kind of like the spectral figure, like almost like his cloak and arms seeming to be prosthetic body compared to like the head that just floats with the tentacles behind.
The Penitent.
Yes.
We did not think you would survive. You saw your own demise.
I'm sorry to have misled you in any way. Hi, I'm sorry.
It is good to see you.
Oh, we've met. I'm sorry. I'm Vatigen the Impenitent. Who are you?
Adrax of Stormhammers.
It sounds familiar, but I'm sorry.
Brunin, you met us. You don't remember that.
Hi, Brunin. Hi. Hello, Brunin. Sense a change in you. I don't remember what you were like before, but I sense a change. Hello. I'm sorry, Council. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to intrude on your deliberations. I say, it's quite all right, Vatigen. I'm so sorry. I sense great. Sorry. He kind of like has a moment. He closes his eyes. I sense a terrible disturbance coming. It unnerves me. Sorry. Something hurts. It's familiar. There's one like me, but not quite. Cousin to my people. I'm so sorry. My people. You don't know them. I'm Vatigen. I'm so sorry if we've met before. And they kind of like, oh, God, this is not the time. And at this point, you will make another perception check.
This guy's got a short-term memory problem, doesn't he?
He does. But he senses the thoughts of all around him.
7.
15.
Okay. The 15, you notice something specifically. The Goliath on the upper floor looks oddly intent, focused on Vatigen.
Does he look like a threat?
Insight check.
9.
No, in fact, it's almost unnerving that any Goliath you'd ever seen seemed to be like a being of like physical prowess and everything, and yet his posture betrays everything of, like, you know, being genteel, you know, like just kind of
sophistication.
Right, it's kind of weird to see. I'm sorry.
Can I cast detect thoughts? Do I notice this first of all?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Not with yours. It was with the Drax's
Perception.
15.
Yep.
Yeah, that she noticed. So, but you just kind of get like this vibe of like a soft-looking Goliath with a beard. Nature check.
Ooh. Yes, please. All the checks, please. Oh, 5.
13.
You ain't seen it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yep. So, Vatigen kind of says, "I'm so sorry. It seems that one of you is missing. I miss Weija. I remember him. Where is he? Vertigen. This is not a good time. But I sensed him. He's not here, but I could have sensed him. Maybe not. I'm sorry. I suppose I should leave, but...
Wait, what of your cousin?
I hear there's many people here. You're all very loud! I'm sorry. Hi. Hurts.
The penitent of your cousin. Do they have this?
Oh, yes.
How many? How many do you sense?
You get this. I need everyone to make an intelligence save.
Oh no. My dumbest save.
10.
9.
9.
We're too stupid to live.
I know.
Okay. With that, okay.
Here we go.
That's okay. It's okay. I didn't say roll initiative. I just said make an intelligence save.
Just do it, Matt.
Just get it over with, Matt.
Nothing. Stop it.
My nose is bleeding.
You notice, kind of like, there's a sort of an uncomfortable hush over the room as people look confused upstairs, and the council members themselves also look confused. If Viatagen, your cousin, as you said, by blood? Oh no. I'm sorry. Our peoples are cousins. Long ago, they became carnivores. I think that's the word you would use. We are. He freezes. I'm sorry. What was I talking about?
Your cousins.
Have we met?
Are you alright?
There's a look. Make an insight check.
Nat 1.
Seems fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
I met him. Seems fine.
I'm well. I'm well enough, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry to have
turn it
worried
up
you. This, yeah, he kind of, Viatagen, they say, listen, Viatagen, we appreciate your contribution as an advisor so much. I'm so sorry for wasting your valuable time with the distracting consideration of my concerns. Perhaps my coming here was ill-conceived. I only thought it well to warn you.
No, you came for the same reason I did. These creatures are coming. To kill. We need to act now.
Oh, kill. Creatures, kill. You're wrong. They're not coming. They're here. They're here. Hiding. But I can see them. Well, not see them. Will you all be quiet? He kind of says in a telepathic thing that like echoes, and you see the entire crowd kind of except for the Goliath. Stands looking at him. With this, you see another come up from the long hallway behind you. I'm sorry I was late, of course. It's been quite a day. I've been tied up with matters, moving all sorts of relics and reliquaries of the tower into secure holdings. And, hello. I'm sorry.
I ready my axe.
Okay.
And just turn to him.
What is the meaning of this?
We know where you've been.
Art Scholar, what is the meaning of this? They kind of look, and Death. Come forward. He kind of like looks, sees the dead body of the salvage scrap lying on the floor, walking past it. Sees you with the axe. Noctrevave, the halfling general, looks, arms crossed, staring him down as he walks.
As he walks past me, Brunin unsheaths his Blissbringer, just glares at him.
I stand
Have we embraced the use of weapons within the chambers of this sacred hall? I think this is not the kind of respect due to a member of the council. Your membership here is under review, I think, Gendath. Is it now? And why is that? Waren kind of looks in. Have you conspired against the city of Hagershell and its people? Conspired?
Brunin, Son of Truth.
The Adagen kind of looks at him and says, You're afraid, Gendath. I'm sorry. I hear that it's embarrassing to be told that you're afraid, or to reveal it to others. He kind of looks, sees the Adagen. Kind of like, there's a moment of recognition and realization.
Brunin casts Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Nods his head at Atraxa.
Kind of, okay.
Charisma saving throw. 16.
What is it?
16. Charisma.
I stand there broadly and block the exit.
Alright, I'd say it was 15. But, the Adagen kind of senses this and says, I'm sorry. I should have told you that was unnecessary, Brunin. You understand now,
It's
don't
okay.
you?
You're a forgetful person. It's okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Zara says, what is up with this guy? Like, does he need healing? And then Gendath just...
I want to try and tell a lie real quick. I want to try and, declare that I'm a halfling.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a halfling.
Was I able to... Do I lie?
What did you roll?
Oh, I don't know. Was I supposed to roll for it?
Yeah, if you're in the zone of truth, you have to roll DC 15 or 16 charisma.
I thought the Adagen, the penitent, already did something that made that happen.
No, it's not that. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, because he can tell.
Clarify.
Right.
Gendath was afraid that people would have seen him like the boy did. Gendath, you're sweating. I'm sorry to call that out. I understand that is an embarrassment to be sweating.
Do you know if the boy lives, penitent?
I do not know. Gendath didn't see what happened to the boy. He's here. He's here. And then there's a moment as the Adagen starts shaking.
Where?
And you see the Adagen stumbling, as well as a floating being can. And then you hear a voice, sourceless, within your mind. I tire of your mismanagement. Your incompetence has already ruined so many possibilities. Too much we risk. Too little reward. Wait, it's not too late. It's not too late. Council, I did make a deal. They gave me, however, they said, take him away. Lock him away. No! Noctrevave instructs the guards. They grab Gendath and start to drag him. He looks up the balcony, smiling wildly. The voice. Goodbye, little beard. And then you hear Gendath look to Ace Sith. They told me where the Art Scholar's tomb is buried. The guards stop. Look confused. The Archscholar. Warren kind of looks and says, "You don't mean... Let me go! I will go and find what treasures lie there in her tomb."
Wait, can I tell in the balcony? Like, have I figured out what's making the creeping talking noise?
Intelligence check.
$16?
Comes to your... You start to remember something about Goliaths. You can't grow beards. Not without, a beard of dwarven kind or some other kind of magical aid or assist or alchemical. This one's beard goes down low, long.
How high up is the balcony?
Balcony itself is probably about 30 feet up.
Do I see a way to climb up there really fast?
Back around. No.
I elbow Brunin and I just gesture to the Goliath.
What about him?
That is no Goliath.
Looks like one to me.
Make a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Brunin?
Yeah.
13.
She points him out and all that. You wouldn't have thought twice, but then you look at him and his beard moves a little. It's not windy in here.
Stay here.
Okay.
I'm gonna quietly go out the back and
You
see if I can.
you stealth check.
Yeah. 15?
Okay, in the commotion and the council's attention and everything being more heavily weighted on this claim from Gendath about knowing where the Archscholar's tomb is. Something you don't know about, but... Alright. They look and say... They've revealed that to you? Yes. Where is it? Let me go. If you want me to save Higurashil, then you'll need what lies in that tomb. They kind of look. Bruncanson. Well, Tragarin's artifacts were lost with her. We've searched all over Kanya. All that was ever found from our expeditions, searching for her studies, was a tea kettle and some mad rambling notes. Some ancient prophecy she were not. She's not in Kanya. She's not even in Veltengrad, you fool. Kind of stands up. Get this traitor away! Lock him away in the pits. You just hear Gendath screaming. Warren rubbing her eyes. You don't pursue knowledge when it's offered like that. Bastard. So, you sneak around to the back. You get to towards the front and everything. Behind you, Gendath is being dragged out by the two guards. Feeble old dwarf that he is and everything. He's trying to buck, but the two men grab him, lift him up off the ground to his feet dangle. You hear him he tries to kick and buck a bit more, and the halfling, just raises her head and hits him. He's unconscious. So then he gets dragged past you. You kind of slip past into one of the side quarters.
I want to try and sneak into the balcony where I saw the Goliath.
What's that?
I want to try and sneak into the balcony where I saw the Goliath.
Okay, another stealth check.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay. kind of like you see him, and it's very for once in this campaign, Drax enjoys a cloak and dagger moment, waiting.
I'm gonna ruin it. Don't worry.
I know. You see him, axe at the ready. You like kind of pull it out, hold it low, push your way through the crowd gently. You're able to sneak up. Now with a 20, yeah, you're able to sneak up. I'd say within 10 feet of him. You see him. He looks down at Viadagen, wincing. Looks down, focuses. You see his eyes go wide.
I want to bull rush him from behind and throw us both over this balcony into the council chambers.
Okay.
I would also like to rage, please.
Make a strength check with advantage because you're raging.
Neat.
And with that, roll initiative.
Oh.
All of us? Me too.
Yes.
It's only 15.
Okay.
Sucks, I'm rolling shit tonight.
9.
Oh, I haven't rolled initiative. My strength check was 15.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's enough. You're able to, not suspecting at all. You're able to grab him and just dive down from the, pick him up from the back of the neck. He's bald. Grab him and then just slam his face into the ground. So I will say that he takes.
Did they come over the balcony and down to the ground below?
Yeah, so that's gonna be 3d10.
Oh man, I just picture like the pavement just like buckles like.
Is it 3d10
craters.
or 3d6?
Oh shit, it is.
I think it's 3d6
for fall damage. I mixed up. But I would say I always want to do 3d10. I'm going to leave it at 3d10 because he was unsuspecting and because you face planted him with force, kind of. So yeah, he's going to take 14 points of damage.
I can take that too if you want. I mean,
yeah, you're going to.
Yeah, that's fine.
because you had a cushier thing to land on. You're going to take 3d6.
Oh, thanks.
A little flexible with the rules. It's okay. Everybody having fun?
It's probably still going to be 14.
That's right. And Yellow Rain is not here, is she?
No.
Okay, give me a moment.
I'm just gonna use grappling pin after we land to just try and keep him pinned to the ground. God, I love D&D.
Any number of ways that things could have gone. Okay. And of course, I would say yes.
Do you want me to roll my fall damage?
Yes. Or actually, yeah, I'm sorry. You should take 6 points.
Oh, okay.
I just rolled it, so not bad.
Thanks.
Okay. With that, as you do this, the illusion, you feel it fade. Not the hairy, rough skin neck that you expected, but like a cool to the touch, like grabbing a corpse, just like almost like sweaty, clammy. You feel his skin.
You're gross.
You drop him down, and with that, the illusion fades. He loses his concentration on maintaining it.
Penitent, is this your cousin?
Second. Let me actually. Yeah, so. I would say that was your surprise. So up next, Brunin, you're up.
Oh, my initiative's 14, by the way.
No, sorry. Actually, yeah, 14. What was yours, Brunin?
I don't remember. It is 9.
9. So you are not up. All right. Up first is going to be Daresh Kalgresa, who's going to stand to his feet.
Shit.
And seeing this happening, he's going to use his action to call more guards. You're up next, Ash. So Adraxa.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, me pull up the map as well on my end so I can keep track of where you guys are in this whole thing, because it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use
it's tight quarters, man, too. So that's gonna be fun. All
I'm
right.
into it. I'm just gonna use my grappling pin to try and keep him restrained, and I'll yell at Beatigen the Penitent. Penitent, is this your cousin?
He is. I would say right now he's currently stunned.
Cool.
So Beatigen cannot respond.
Oh, I thought you meant spaghetti face.
No. Give me just a moment. I'm trying to get this map set up on my end. I know you guys aren't even in Fancy Grounds, but it'll help me to better.
Oh, we're here for it.
All right. Thank you.
I'm so angry that I can taste salt pork in my mouth.
Oh, God.
What's up, Arlington? See how I worked it in real subtle? Acting.
So, I feel terrible because I should have had this all ready to go, but I did not. I'm sorry for that.
I also thought we were going to continue using diplomacy for the next hour. I'm as shocked as you are. It's kind of our strong suit, so who knew?
All right, and I'll say that it's very tight quarters. Where it is? I'm just gonna put Malik's token down for where Viadigen is. He's kind of floating off to the side among the scalloped stoneway. So,
okay.
All right. So this is kind of the current situation. One moment. Screen print of it and
Oh, yeah.
so
There
you are
we go.
right next to him.
Oh, hell yeah, I am. There's so many people here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thud down in the middle. 'Cause I'm classy.
We are about hour and a half in. Do you want to take a quick 5-minute or less breather? We can come back.
This is probably a good point to do that.
Yeah.
If you guys are up for it.
All right. Everyone watching, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
All right.
See you real soon. I'm sure we'll live.
Draxa.
Okay. I just want to keep him grappled. I want to put my hand on where I can see him now for what he is, right?
Yes. The entire council chamber can see him for what he is.
Gross. Alright, I want to put my hand like right on his throat and pin him to the ground.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Alright, with advantage because I'm still raging.
Yep.
And
16. He's prone, so.
Okay.
Actually, let me check. It should be. So he has to roll a 16, you said?
Yes.
It's contested, so 1 second. Damn thing. Unfortunately, it was a 17. So he just kind of. You feel as like you try to reach down and grab. Not only like you just feel a tentacle come back, and you're like,
God, gross! You're gross.
Like you're glad that it didn't grab onto you, but it was like trying to grab your wrist, so you just pulled away last second.
Yuck.
All right. Anything else you want to do? Fortunately, that is your action.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. All right. That's going to bring us to Wherein Hearth, who is going to try to cast. Okay, actually, no, she's not going to do anything. She is going to try to flee. Okay.
The real hero.
Yep. Discretion is the better part. Brunin.
All right. Brunin's got his Blitzbringer. Walks up to the Mind Flayer. So,
it's still prone, so you would
still
have advantage on attacks. Yeah.
Yeah. So Brunin puts one knee on his neck and tries to just bring the Blitzbringer like into his neck, just piercing attack.
Okay.
Against him.
That would be with advantage, right?
Yeah, with advantage, and that would be the two-handed damage if you hit. So that will be.
Let's see. So advantage 1, 2. All right. So 20.
Yeah, it hits.
All right. What's the rule about two-handed damage?
I think there's like a regular, like one-handed, and then there's a two-handed. So and it'll do, I think, slashing or piercing, right?
Piercing. I'm gonna do piercing.
So, yeah.
All right. So that was 8 on the. So 3 plus 5, 8. I'm not sure what the two-handed damage is, but.
Okay. Okay. You shouldn't be wounded, right? You
Me?
guys are rested.
Yeah,
none of
I'm
you should be
rested.
wounded.
Yeah.
I'm slightly wounded because I just threw myself off a balcony.
Yeah, but not that wounded. All right. You're what? 6 points, I think, total?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I had you at 21, and I was like, that's great.
Yeah. You did let us sleep once.
Yeah.
Last month.
All right. Up next is Escalagio Gendath,
Oh, this fucking guy. Why is he here?
who's going to need to make a Constitution save. As he's, this is just something off screen, so don't worry about that.
He got KO'd, right? I am worried about it.
Okay.
I am shook.
Colbert McHanson is next. He, seeing this thing, he's going to cast. Actually, what he would do. He's going to try to cast Lightning Bolt, 3rd level, against it. Alright, it succeeds.
Does that hurt, like, us?
It's a 100-foot. It's just a straight line.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes half of. Takes 26 points of damage. Ryaelia pulls out a dagger. Jumps down. She's going to try to strike it. It's a hit. Alright, he has to make a Constitution saving throw as well. He fails, so he's going to take some serious poison damage as well.
The assassin.
Holy fuck. He's looking very hurt already. Aspecith is going to try to well, she would just use, let's see, she's going to hold her action for counterspell in case anything happens. So. The Mind Flayer uses action, just kind of like very like Nosferatu, just like rises up.
Gross. You're gross.
He is going to take a step back and to about here. Actually, yeah, to about here.
Is he,
and he's going to.
I don't have the map up. Did he step out of
No,
my range?
oh yeah, no, he's still in range of you.
Boo.
Nice try. He steps up. It's like such tight quarters, it's hard to like show the squares, but he's going to cast. Let me just draw the line. Actually, yeah. So, all right. Ash and Brunin, I need you guys to make a make an intelligence saving throw.
Our strong suit.
Yeah, 9.
Oh, 16.
16, and Brunin got a 9.
Yep.
All right. So,
Tell
Drax,
it to me straight,
fine.
Doc.
Brunin, you take. Let's do this. 1 second. You take. Oh God. Okay. You take 27 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
Can you say that again?
27 points of psychic damage.
Oh, no, I thought you said 27.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
27.
20. Wait, really?
Yeah, 27.
Okay. So was that 6? Okay. No, I'm kidding. All right, so cool. Okay, psychic damage. All right.
As he casts a mind blast. Right. Up next, he kind of like looks around. You want our food? And just feels his pain suddenly as Viatogen kind of like comes up behind. As the Mind Flayer like casts the mind blast and everything, hitting everyone in the room. Viatogen rose up from being stunned, kind of strolled up just behind him, and says to him in just the gentlest possible voice, "I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. I've never tortured anyone before." And there's a moment as this psychic blast shatters a bit of the stone around you. And the Mind Flayer just screams, grabbing his head, trying to claw at his head. You look, Viadagen's eyes jet black. And you can see there's just this ferocity to the gentle Viadagen that is unnerving.
He doesn't look that sorry.
With that, the Mind Flayer collapses to the ground. Rinkansen readies another spell, and Viadagen, don't. We need to find out what we can from him. Stay down. And the Mind Flayer squirms more on the floor. As you see him, though, he reaches a shaking hand down into his cloak. Make a perception check. Or I would say dex check to see if you can stop him.
Oh, okay.
14.
7.
He reaches in and he pulls this silver artifact and twists it. He laughs. You're not sure what it entails. Nothing seems to have happened from your vantage point. For that, I would say combat is ended for now.
Oh no.
Very fortunate that the Mind Flayer fell right there in the middle of the remaining council members.
Yeah, so fortunate.
A few of the guards that Daresh called come up, pick up the Mind Flayer. Ugh, kind of like alarmed. Be careful! They start to drag him. Viadagen kind of floats off. I'm sorry. I have to go now. Hi, I'm Viadagen the Penitent. I'm sorry.
We need
Could
to
you
know
let
where
me
the
go?
others are coming. There are more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll ask him again. Where are the others? I'm not. He screams again. There's a moment where you, not just the telepathic scream that you've been hearing, but like there's a moment where you actually see the Mind Flayer let out this kind of sickening sort of squawk, this audible sound. He'll talk soon enough. Well, not talk. I'm sorry. I should be more exact. What is your plan? He looks, feels himself bleeding, feels himself probably verge of death. Our plan is perfect. That is what it is. All of you, fish in a barrel. That's what you are. None of you know it. But you swarm. So hungry to kill each other. Oh, we are hungrier. This
Is he saying that, or is he saying this telepathically?
telepathically.
But we
But
can all
it's
hear
kind
it.
of- I would say, actually, no. For this last part, he says it in deep speech, assuming that no one can understand it. But you guys with tongues
Oh, yeah.
understand it perfectly.
Nice.
And this, what did he say? Viadagen. He didn't say it as I would hear it.
He said
I'm sorry.
he said he is coming for everyone engaged in war. They're not coming for Higurashi. They're coming for all the combatants.
The Mind Flayer turns and looks at you, puzzled
Yeah.
at this
Yeah,
barbarian.
I heard you, pasta face.
Pasta face.
He turns his head. Too late. Too late. All of you have no idea. You're the one. Remember you? No. I came here to track down boy. Oh, he remembered you. You sent him after again. That fool failed to recognize anyone. I saw your face before. I should have known I saw your face. He was so excited. He'd heard stories about Kanya, about the city, far to the east. Oh, he was happy. Get to ride on a real airship. Said,
I fire off a lightning bolt from my axe at him.
Okay, he has to make a dex saving throw, which I would say he's gonna do at disadvantage because he is currently, like, more or less stunned, so. 2. It hits. Go ahead.
It's a lot.
Hold it. How do you want to do this?
I don't even realize that.
Unfortunately, yeah, it just.
Yeah, I don't even realize that I'm doing it. It just kind of like emanates out of my axe as I like listen. All I can like see is red in my eyes.
Not even like just still holding the axe, just the rage, still seething, and almost like. I'll say this, like, something the axe has never done before. Not even like a focused strike, but like for a moment standing around, you see there's, like, Bernie, you would notice this. Drax, it's happening around you, so you wouldn't even see it, but there's this flash during which it just becomes this sphere of blue light around you that blink and you miss it, but it just and fires off bolts in just a scattered volley, one of which focuses in a moment. You see his head, it just blasted into cindered bits, splattering all over the council chambers.
Brunan's surprised and shocked.
Now we can't find out what the hell their plan was.
Their plan was to kill everything.
How? How? Rick Hansen, find that thing that he had. Get it to the cathedral sand, see if they can find out what it does. If they don't know, take it to the Tower of Brass. God. There's not enough time. And then Ace Sith looks at, steps down from her, her seat, walks up to you, kind of glaring angrily at this. You have one chance. Your friend, the Rock. I'm giving you 12 hours. You find him, his daughter. Tell him where she is. If he comes to our aid, good. But let him know it was not our fault, and that his wrath should be focused solely on you for your failings.
What aid
Try
do
to
you,
persuade him.
what aid do you want of him?
Daresh kind of slows down. Depends on what he can offer. If he can help us against the armies, we'll take that. If he can help us against these mind flayers, we'll take that. As for the fair and Dolly, I don't know what to expect. That's our decision.
Fine.
Okay. They kind of Viatogen says, I'm sorry. You have blood on your boots. Just there.
It's not new.
You start to walk out. Okay. Exiting the council chamber, Zara says, Holy shit! So that happened so much faster than I thought that was going to happen. Like,
She like what I called him pasta face.
yeah, that was good. It does
Yeah.
kind of look like pasta.
That was gross. Yeah, that other thing was disgusting.
Yeah.
They're weak. I don't know why they worry so much. It's very easy to kill.
We have 12 hours.
Where do we begin?
I don't know. I could try and... I have some spells. I could try casting Sending or Message or let me think. I can, and she's just like, you can tell she's like racking her brain trying to think of something. Scrying? I don't know. Actually, did she have any 5th levels or was that burned out?
She has a 4th level. She has 3 4th levels left. That she
3
could,
4th level? Unfortunately,
so
she has nothing for 4th that would really be useful.
well, she could cast Sending at 4th.
Oh, yeah, true. And Sending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt, did you see my message too?
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Yeah. I don't know if that would come into play
Oh.
at all.
Oh, I should have known that.
Because I don't think Adraxa knows about that yet. But if it,
You could get a feeling. Within 60 feet.
yeah,
No, that would have helped. I think that would have helped you. We could say that is probably part of why you sensed something about that Goliath in the first place. So,
cool.
right, but no, you no. She thinks, okay, I can try and cast Sending. That's about all I can think of. All right. I'll try that. What do we want to say to her?
To her?
To her?
Or to him?
You want to
him?
try and...
Well, that's what I thought. I mean, it's better that we at least try and find her first. I don't know him. I don't even know. How do you get in touch with him?
How do you
I
get in
don't know,
touch
I
with
was
her? Yeah.
I was just going to go to a roof and start shouting.
Wherein kind of like comes up behind and all that. Traxa, what are you going to do? What is your plan?
She thinks I have a plan.
Oh God.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, you have our swords. It's just, what would you have us do? Everywhere we go, destruction follows.
I don't know. Let's just go head over to the glass hearth and think about things more clearly there. I have some books. We can try and look through them. Maybe they'll have something about these kinds of beings, or...
You know, maybe we should reach out to Uebe. I mean, yesterday I would have said that's stupid because she'd be dead, but we did it with Vernon and he isn't dead, so who knows?
Worth the try.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
Let's find somewhere quiet and fast.
All right, come on. At this point, you notice that the rain has now subsided, and there's just mottled patches of clouds with mostly sunbeams pouring through. It's almost like kind of like steam rising up from the city streets now, casting this sort of like volumetric rays of light through. We have to be quick. All right, starts running. Your feet splashing in the puddles. You can see there's like a dog licking the water from a gutter. You start hustling across the streets of Higurashi in the rain. Overhead, well, make a perception check.
13.
7.
It's enough. With that, you can spot the familiar gondolier, kind of like, who like looks down, sees you. Hey! Good customers! She goes and pulls it down to the street again. And, your ladyship, looking, Warren just says, you can call me Warren. Let's go, get in. She hops, you guys climb in. Where to?
Glass hearth.
Glass hearth. Puts up her goggles. And just... you feel it kind of like shake a bit more. And shortly after, she speeds through. Much easier ride now in the sunlight and less stormy weather. The ship goes and then lands over at the glass hearth. There's the main building and the tall silo-like structure with the college's namesake. You can see there's fields up ahead. People, not so much like the artists and everything, kind of like plucking their lutes and everything. It's empty because of course no one wants to compose a ballad with soggy cheeks. Sitting in like an outdoor bench, no, just not as fun. Okay, so you proceed. Wherein thanks the girl. Tosses some gold coins to her. Thank you. Get out. She starts leading you up to her offices. Inside, Warren's office for the first time on campus. It's a beautiful room. About half dozen different kinds of instruments, bookcases lining 2 of the 4 walls. One of the walls with bookcases it has a kind of like top rounded windows cut out through the bookcase, letting light in. You can see like there's a well-worn bench at the base of the sill. You get a feeling that that's probably her favorite reading spot. She just looks and says, okay. Okay. Need to think what we need to find out about. Those things, though, we could try to find out about the face-to-face thing you called them. We could try to find out about your friend, the rock, the desert. We could try to find out about, I don't know, necromancy and what the First Legion is trying to do. Or whatever else you can think of. Anything. I don't even know. What was that thing he had? That's not our problem. The cathedral's going to figure that out. Okay.
I'm sorry, with all due respect. Does anyone else think you guys are so screwed?
Her shoulders sink.
I'm not saying you give up, I'm just saying...
That's no reason not to try.
I'm not saying we don't try, but we need to focus, and we need to focus fast, and the things we don't focus on, you might just need to accept that you're going to lose.
Okay.
The art scholar gave us one job.
12 hours. Get in touch. Okay.
I went to try and contact the kid, but wouldn't her father have tried that?
No, maybe they're not on speaking terms. I know my dad and I. Well, anyways.
It's true, there may be a barrier between them of some sort. Something maybe we can get through that he can't.
Gotta start somewhere.
Zarek goes, what do you want me to do?
Do you remember Uaebe?
Yeah, remember. She had the coolest hair.
Yeah, it was fire, basically.
Okay. I can send a message.
See if you can send a message. Say, where can you be found? Are you safe?
Okay.
Anything else? I don't know, Bruno. What the hell do you say? We abandoned her 1,000,000 years ago. Vernon didn't remember us. She probably won't either. She only knew us for like a week.
Sounds good to me.
It probably won't even work.
Might as well try.
Okay.
Try.
We are friends. Where can you be found? We want to help you get home.
Okay. She sits in the chair, casts a spell, and begins speaking. In language that was common to them both. Well, actually, shit. Well, you had tongues, so she could understand, but I think we'll say magic, right? All right.
Actually, that's how sending works, I think. It sends it in a common language.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, okay. So
I think.
yeah, so they understand it. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So, okay. A moment later, when Zara finishes sending, she grips her ears as she hears only this sort of sound somewhere between pitched scream and this fiery roar. It goes for about the length of time someone would normally respond and then cuts out. I don't know what the hell that was.
Shit.
What's her answer?
Did we hear that, or only Zara heard that?
Only Zara. I don't think she's dead, but
But is she?
I don't
she's
know.
Safe?
I don't know what the hell that was.
Where and what kind of place would make that sound?
Where, like, what kind of sound? And then, Zara just like a fire, like, like but really loud, and she just furnace. Something that's just burning, right? Like a forge. The Brick Palace has plenty of forges.
What if it was not here? Are there other places that make that sound?
Other
Does she
planes?
have anything that belonged to you? Because you can do that locate object thing, right?
Did she have anything that belonged to us?
Do I remember if we like lent her on like a dagger or something
Yeah.
a year ago?
I can't remember either, so I doubt it. Unfortunately.
Damn, I should have roleplayed it.
Oh yeah, I definitely gave her a set of studded leather.
Yeah.
She was wearing it the day we left her.
I recall the exact coin I gave her. No.
Here's looking at you, kid.
No, I don't think that you divided any of the spoils from the, yeah. Make it, oh yeah, so, you guys just sit there kind of like, thinking. Make a perception check.
Oh god. 19.
14.
Okay, with the 19, this is pretty generous, I guess, but with the 19, you like huff, looking out the window, just staring at the, city, thinking about everything that's going to happen to it. You see like this bright light, kind of like blooming, and it's just. You see the glass silo, the large crystal inside of it burning brightly.
In the silo? Like where we got the magic plant to go tripping?
No, not that. No, this is like, so in the front of there's the building itself, like almost like the campus building.
Mm-hmm.
In front of it, there's like a tall tower, almost silo shaped, right? Like, cylinder with like a domed roof. But inside of it, you went in, and then that's where you remember they were giving the tour, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking, but the college's namesake, what calls it the Glass Hearth, is that there's this massive crystal suspended by chains, like just giving off heat, burning brightly, like in a magical internal flame or something inside.
Didn't you tell us that came from Teleorgatha?
What? I didn't tell you anything. Yeah, that's where it came from. It was some old relic the Tower of Bone lent us.
And it came from ancient Teleorgatha?
I don't know about ancient, but I mean they dug it up in some ruin.
What is it?
It's like a geode, I guess. Like it's a rock, but we don't know what it is, but it just like radiates warmth and heat and light.
Huh. Does it make a sound?
I mean, I've never gotten close enough to put my ear up to it, but I mean, it's fire inside or something. It's glowy.
So it's hollow?
I just assumed that it was maybe some kind of like molten rock, like a geode with like some kind of ever burning coal or something inside. I don't know.
Let's go fuck with it.
What?
I just get up and leave, and I go outside and start like walking towards it, like peering up at it.
You heard the
You
half
see- you
orc.
hear-
Brunin gets
at
up
this
and
point-
scuttles out after.
You hear the okay. You hear the the tour guide again, like, oh, thank you. He's wearing like a poncho and everything, and like it looks like it's very old, like a few decades old. This poncho, like maybe like something that his grandfather wore, and like it just doesn't. It looks bad, but it's also probably been that long since it rained. You're looking at him, and he's again like seeing. There's a few other parents who look like two of them compared to the prior tour, just like look tired and thinking like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like this is not where you're going to college. The city's about to be attacked. It's like, and thank you again for coming here. Of course, we're very proud.
Yeah. Hey. Tell me about that again.
It's this is a gift from the Tower of Bone, and the namesake for which the college is named. The glass Hearth. It emits, as you can probably feel, if you even just raise your hands to it, you'll feel.
How far up is it? Like, is it way up there, or is it like within range?
It's probably about 20 feet above you.
And how big is it?
It's this like just looks like this rough-hewn crystalline rock, like granite maybe or something, but like faintly white, maybe sort of mostly opaque, but like bits of transparent quartz-like rock, emitting like a faint orangish white yellow gold, almost like seeing a piece of iron in the fire for when it's about ready to start hitting it. You just see it's glowing. It's a glowing rock, like a salt lamp, but like a salt lamp on steroids.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, how big is it?
The stone itself, it probably measures. It's big, like probably about a good 10 feet across. Looks like about the size of like a piano and a half, floating, held up by chains.
Brunin comes running up, huffing and puffing behind Adraxa. What's going on?
It's just weird,
Sarah
right?
behind.
It's just weird that they have this rock that like emits fire from ancient Teleorgatha, right?
Yeah, I guess it's weird.
Yeah, and
But don't schools usually have things like that though?
like Papa Ebe like brought down our ship on the way to this city. He just happened to be in this area while he was looking for his kid. Isn't that kind of weird?
So why didn't he just continue on his way here?
He doesn't know where she is. And neither do we.
Do you think he has a sense of where she is?
I don't know. She's been gone for 1,000,000 years. I mean, I don't know.
Do you have a sense of where she is?
I just like close my eyes and like focus.
Yeah. You sense this sort of primal, elemental sense of flame and fire, something emanating from this crystal overhead. Something pure, like one of the base fabrics of the universe.
We gotta get it down.
Excuse me, I think that you'll...
I start trying to climb it.
Okay.
Brunin just turns to...
You make a constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh no, not one.
Oh, god.
Okay. You make it about 5 feet up of the like 20 feet height you would need to climb.
5 feet.
Like you just start climbing up, and you're going to take 11 points of fire damage.
Oh gosh.
Cool. I keep climbing.
Okay. Make another constitution save.
Yeah. Ooh, 11. This is gonna suck.
Okay. I'll say you take half damage.
That's kind. Because I'm pretty stupid and pretty stubborn.
Okay. 5 points.
Okay. Keep climbing.
Okay. Another save, please. As it gets more intense.
13.
Adraxa, what are you doing?
I'm gonna break it.
You're gonna kill yourself.
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't even hurt.
20 points.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm fine. It's
Okay.
fine. This is fine.
Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna say wait before you do. Let's see if. Oh no, she's. All right. Zara just looks and says, "Adraxa," and just like raises up her hand and like mutters a prayer, casting bless, which will give you an extra D4
Thank you.
on your save. So,
Great.
Constitution save. What'd you make?
Oh, wait. The last one was 13 plus... Okay, so 17.
Okay. All right. So you take half. Okay.
Brunin turns to Zara and is just like, it's probably a bad time to cast Fireball, huh?
You take 18 points of damage. Fire damage.
How high up am I at this point?
You're at the chain, and it's almost like you've climbed into an oven as you feel the hair on your head is just starting to singe. Your skin is starting to show signs of burns and peeling back.
Go ahead.
Screaming. All right, so
So I'm just gonna try to hang on with one hand and start trying to break the chain with my axe with the other hand.
make an attack roll.
I'm gonna rage again. Attack roll. Alright, so... $30.
Whoa.
No,
Okay.
wait, no, it's not 30. I'm sorry, I did that completely wrong. I mean, 16 plus my proficiency, so 4, so... Oh, it's 20. It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
I got all excited because I rolled a
I was
d20
just-
with
It's like
advantage
a
of added
Starfinder
them.
roll, yeah.
God. Okay, so dirty 20. Yeah. Okay, so you're able to chop, and then the chain itself starts to fall, and then the almost like chandelier like mechanism, the chain just starts rattling around, undoing itself, like running through loop after loop, and then from the ceiling above, the chain goes slack. And then starts to fall to the ground. Smashes against the stone. Actually, Bruin, I need you first make a dex save.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
It is 9. Great.
Okay, I will say that you're able to dodge out of the way of the massive boulder-sized crystal that crashes in the ground and would have probably killed you.
Okay.
But you still stumble and are hit by...
Almost got Space Goblined.
You are definitely hit. Yeah, you're definitely hit by a piece of the ceiling that collapses and some of the chain that whips you.
Okay.
You take
What I
7
meant-
points of bludgeoning damage from that.
7.
Yeah. Now I need you to make a Constitution save now.
I'm sorry.
Me?
Yes.
Me, now.
As the boulder has fallen down, kind of like rolled to its side. Now the heat is on the ground.
14.
Okay. Okay. You take 13 points of fire damage.
14.
13.
13.
Okay.
Can't hear tonight,
You start to
apparently.
notice the grasses immediately around this building start to.
This is how I burn
Immolate.
on the glass hearth.
Yeah.
You can see there are people running. Water! Get water quickly! They start running to the beach, trying to fill up buckets, trying desperately to run back up the hill to put out this fire. There's a bell that starts going off.
Yeah. I would like to do something additionally stupid, please.
Okay. As you're still hanging on now, no longer it's no longer as hot, but there's some residual heat. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I would like to charge up my axe with lightning energy again, and then jump down all 20 feet on top of it and smash it with a lightning attack.
Okay. Okay. You charge.
I'm gonna try. I'm trying to try and break it open.
Okay. You.
Adraxa.
Okay, so first, you do charge your lightning and crack the axe into it. As you do,
Okay.
the axe momentarily gets stuck, and you feel it start to get.
No, it doesn't. Stop it.
Unfortunately, you can see the metal itself is almost immediately orange, bright yellow. No, you make a strength check.
No. It's still raging. This is about to be the worst day of my life.
Also make a Constitution check.
Okay. 21.
Zara's going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Thank you. All right, 21 for the strength check. Do I still have bless?
Yes, you do.
All right, cool. All right, so it's 22 for the strength check and 16 for the constitution.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to pull the axe out. It's singeing, and you can feel almost like the wood itself the shaft is about to immolate.
Jesus Christ.
With a 16, you're going to take... Sorry.
I'm Wyatt's the lost war axe of Clan Stormhammers.
Okay. 10 points of damage.
That's fair.
Fire damage. Also, you heal 7 points, though.
Oh, fun.
From Zara.
Thanks, Z.
Unfortunately, the massive bolt of lightning and everything in the axe, you see that it's only managed to chip a slight dent into this crystal. At this point, I'll say for the sake of it that you can choose to try and keep hitting it. Brunin.
It's going great.
I'll say that Brunin, you've probably scrambled away from the heat. Adraxa, you can choose to stay there or not. Do you?
So with my, detect good and evil, that detected elemental around this, does it seem like elemental life, or...
Yes.
Brunin runs back in.
Do you have anything that's cold?
Cold?
Ice.
Make an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah. Or Arcana, I would say. Intelligence or Arcana. Either. Actually, both of you. As you're trying to solve this.
12.
12? Okay.
What is this, Adraxa?
And Mike, what'd you get?
10. Or 11.
10. Okay.
Oh, wait, I have... Let me just see if my bless does anything for me before you tell me how dumb we are. Okay. 16 for intelligence.
Okay. You get the feeling that it's not the fire within that is holding this back, but the crystal itself. Almost like glass, but ardent in some way. But it's still, you get this feeling that there is still a glass-like structure to the crystal itself. You need to find some kind of a way to break that.
Brunin, what do you have that can shatter glass?
Well, I mean, I have a number of things. What do I, Matt,
Where are you guys having this conversation, by the way?
I ran back in.
You ran back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw, both of you.
Okay. Oh, God. 10.
19.
Plus your bless.
With the bless 19.
Okay.
So, out of character, Matt.
17 points to Brunin. Half that for Draxon.
Okay.
Mind you, you also still hurt from the fight before. I have not been keeping track of this. Are you keeping track of this?
I have 47 hit points left.
Okay.
So, out of character, after Drax asked me this question, I have Shatter. Do I know a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area? Operative word being non-magical.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Wait, non-magical item?
That's what it says, non-magical, and I rolled a 9.
Okay. You think it'd be fine?
I think it'd be fine.
Because you rolled a 9.
I can try Shatter. Stand back.
It's hot glass. Go for it.
All right. I'm gonna cast. So Bruning casts Shatter at what level? At 5th level. Might be a waste. So it'd be 4, 5, 6. So 68.
Okay.
All right. So let me just do that real quick. Hold on. 68. Where is it? Oh yeah. All right. 19.
Okay.
And it also says a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. There's a saving throw, a Constitution saving throw. So.
Yep. So with that, it's very fortunate that you hit with the axe first, because it was going to have to be 20 points of damage that this thing needed to take.
Excellent.
And with that axe, I'd say that it's just something about it. You see, it's this moment, that little tiny dent you would put in, plus the combined force of Bruin casting Shatter. There's a moment, as you can, the sound, like a massive bell through the entire shaking silo like structure, and you see the crystalline object like this perfect line cracked straight down the middle, and then shatters into just a myriad of pieces, yellow firing drops of glass, molten, spray across the entire interior of the silo and the floor. Bits of it fly up and then start to rain down. And there's a moment where this massive burst of light rises up. And looking up at the darkness, you see Ue'ebe, soul of the glass hearth, floating above you. A sound screamed like a roar. And then she just like slowly, you see her drift down, her body in flames. She drops down to the floor, beads of glass, like from like that momentary like flash frozen, starts to like bead up into like liquidy drops again, and then she just rocks back and forth.
Oh.
Zara calls out, "Ooh-ah!"
I wanna like run to her. Can I get close enough to her, or is like there too much heat?
Make one more Constitution check for me.
Yeah. $11.
Yeah. $15 points of damage. As you come up, grab her, touch, that moment, that sensation of touch from another person stops her, and then you see her cool down instantaneously. The flames, almost like the heat itself that had been just burning and warming this entire building, draws back into her, and the stone beneath your feet feels cold to the touch, almost dampy.
You're with friends. I am so sorry.
She looks at you. Jackson.
You remember me?
It's not everyone you know falls through sky towards nothingness.
You saved my life.
You saved mine.
You've been in there so long, I'm so sorry. Are you alright?
Scared. So scared. It all came tumbling down. Everything came falling. The dust kicked up. Great buildings. I tried to run. There were other people there. Couldn't save them. These monsters came, threw fire at them, and they laughed at me. Could do nothing. The tower fell and crashing, and I wrapped my hands around my head, and stones started to melt around me. It kept melting, and I screamed, and it just...
Have you been awake this whole time?
What do you mean this whole time?
A long time.
Where's the city?
A long
It's
time has
changed.
passed since then. This is not Deadly Orgatha. We are somewhere else.
What's happened?
Much has happened.
How are you still here?
Magic. Your father seeks you. Can I help you reunite?
How long has it been?
I cannot count that high.
Zara, yeah. Like, think of the longest time you can think of, and probably like triple it. She goes, "Oh my God, he's probably so worried."
Yes, he is willing to destroy cities to find you.
Oh God.
Do you want to be reunited? Is your father is good to you?
Yes.
Okay. We can help you. We can help you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. She looks like mortified for a moment. Okay. You remember when I said I went out for a walk?
You snuck out?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, we'd had a fight. Oh God.
Well, you know, you're like 1,000,000 years old now, so you can make your own decisions. I'm sure he'll understand.
I'm not. I'm this girl. I'm.
No, you still
think
look.
that I ran from him. Oh no! 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 It's terrible. Okay. Where is he?
Around. Last we saw him, he brought down a warship. Yeah.
Oh God! I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
No.
Embarrassing.
You know how family can be.
He does have a temper.
A bit.
He always makes such a scene.
That's one way.
I don't know if... Do you use money? I'll see if we can pay for it. I'm so sorry.
Wasn't our ship.
No, we're fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
We killed a lot of their people, but...
That people... What people are they?
Well,
There's a nation now known as Shell.
It's kind of fun to say.
It's fun to say. They're good people. They're non-warring, mostly magical, kind of nerdy.
Magical for now.
For now.
You mean for now?
This
Something
nation
happened?
Oh, child, a lot has happened. Today, this nation is under imminent threat, yeah. Many things are coming to destroy it right now. You've had it tough several, millennia, so, you know, you don't have to worry about it.
There's a sound. Great sound, like almost like a mighty wind blowing from the far south of the city. Make a perception check, or nature, I'd say.
Could it be either or?
Yeah.
Ooh, no. 10 for perception.
7 for
You can
nature.
tell that it sounds like it's coming from within the city. That's it.
Great.
Your father found us, and I gave him my word that we would find you. So, we need to finish. We need to finish the deal. Can you call to him, or should we find a magical way to do it?
You should probably find a way to do it. I remember when you found me, I didn't know how to get back home.
That's fair.
Is she, like, clothed? Does she need a cloak?
I mean, looking at her, she is clothed. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's like her, fire genasi type clothing, or fire elemental clothing. So it is, as best you can tell, fireproof, right?
Cool.
Which is good. But yeah, I mean, she looks out of place for sure. Like if you thought she looked out of place in Teleorga, she probably, made a little bit more sense. Here, people will notice for sure. So, out from the campus building, you can see Ware and her aunt coming, holding a book. I think I found something. Oof. What happened? Hi.
So, yeah, your treasure from Teleorgatha has been housing our friend for several.
You were keeping a
millennium.
prisoner.
Yeah.
Against your knowledge, but...
Oh.
So anyway, we broke the thing.
The thing that the college is named. Oh.
You might not have noticed my face and
That
arms covered
thing.
in blisters and welts. Yeah, I broke the thing.
Oh my God! I'm so sorry. Come here.
We broke the thing.
Brunin broke the thing.
You say we didn't start the fire. Cut it right. So yeah, you okay. There's a moment of just exasperation and okay, well, Ace the Sith gave you 12 hours, and I guess you did it in 1, so good job.
Well, we have not found her father yet, but at least you no longer have, a captive giving heat to the whole college.
Okay, we should go down. I know the towers, or the cathedral's going to be very busy right now, but we could go there. It's my best guess. I mean, you could try Blackstone. They know, well, Sunkwa Hookley, the Gith ambassador.
You think he would know the rock?
Well, maybe not, but he knows planes better than anyone else. He knows how to travel between them, how to contact them.
That sounds like
He's actually up for consideration. His application for Blackstone's beacon wages replacement. Personally, I think he'd be much better suited than Wellico.
You think that would be more effective than us just going up to the roof and shouting? Because that was my plan.
I do. I do.
Perhaps you can use that as leverage.
Leverage over what? To convince what?
Convince him to help us. He wants on the council.
The only reason the council hasn't gone with him is he has one other demand.
Which is?
Well, he presented it kindly as kind of more of a request. He is a Gith, and he's asked us that to accept this role, he's asked that some of his people, at least those who are willing to come and live by our laws, as well as a neighboring tribe of their allies. He asked that they be permitted to live here among the Higurashili. It's an unexpected alliance that he's proposing, but there are still a lot of people who are opposed to it. The Tower of Bones spoke out against it based on histories of conflicts with the Gith.
What's wrong with the gift?
Well, there's been stories of them going on quests and hunting parties and things. The Gith are, from what I've read, a very complex people, extraplanar, live in this primordial realm of chaotic elements where they can learn to control reality with their minds, and they're an incredible people. There's two main sects that have been warring and feuding for a long time, but some of them are... She has this moment of realization. It was the Tower of Bone that voiced the main concern about the gift.
The Tower of Bone. Is that where
As
Galadriel Gandalf? Well, there you go. It sounds like a gift would be great, wouldn't it?
Pulls up her book and all that. I found this about the Illithids. She scrolls through. The Gith have long been adversaries ever since they threw off their enslavers. The Illithids. This is why he stood up against it. This is why he blackballed him. That son of a bitch!
I think the Gith would probably be great neighbors, don't you?
Well, maybe. I don't know if I can find out what their cooking is like.
Hopefully not pasta.
Maybe some of the men. Well. And then, Zara says, was there any other reason? Well, the Tower of Brass, I mean, there were some people there who were concerned about feeding extra mouths with getting ready for a long siege, but I don't know. I think with this new information, we should really push for Sunqua to be the new beacon.
Well, we could use a favor. You wanna go talk to him? I've never been to Blackstone.
Could try. Zara says, I guess I could try to go too. Or we could all go. But I don't have any more. Do we have any more of those drugs that...
Zara, you saw the kid.
Oh, you're right! We don't need them!
Oh.
Warren, there's another way into Blackstone. It's this thing where you can... So, Gindath, the way he went in was he walked through these pillars. There was like a whole bunch of them in like squares and rows of them. And he walked through in this very specific pattern. Oh god, I can't remember it.
I remember it.
Straight right? No.
Nope, you told us what it was, and I remember it exactly.
Alright, perfect. So, it's good. Oh, I'm so glad somebody does, because there's no way. And then,
hooray for the note keeper.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, at this,
The drugs I wouldn't fucking remember.
But just any thought of, like, what happened to Poglo? Say it again? Straight what? Straight left? Yeah.
I tuned in.
Ooh, you've been through a lot. You can come with us, but if you'd rather, we have somewhere safe where you can rest. Do you want to go? Old friends, actually. I don't. Oh God, who do you know? I don't know if you remember Reggie, the Songkeeper, and Yellow Raina, the Songblade. I don't know if you remember them.
Oh, I remember Yellow Raina. I don't remember Reggie. I don't think I've met her.
Well, if you'd like, you can go rest with Yellow Raina, or you can come with us.
It'd be good to see her.
Okay.
Zara nods and just draws open the feather house. Warren kind of looks. God, I'll never get tired of seeing that.
I poke my head in the door and just go, Reggie!
Ghost and vigilance! And she
Come here!
What? Oh! Ua! You don't remember me, but... And she goes, did we meet? Well, I've at least heard of you. 1 second, you'll want... Yellow Raina!
Yeah, listen, we got shit to do. Can you guys make her comfy and get her some food?
What? What? Oh my god, Atraxa, you look like shit.
I know.
God, for fuck's sakes, you gotta take better care of yourself. Get over here.
You're not my mother.
Get over here right now.
We got shit to do. Fine. Yes, please.
She's going to, so with that, she is going to come up and... Mr. Miyagi. Yeah.
Wax
1
on.
second. And she is going to, I think it's lay on hands. So you are going to take, let me just get this thing figured out. Sorry. Make it so hard to find the damn spells.
Mine's under actions.
Yeah, it's not showing it from me.
It's not a spell. It's
Oh, it's in that. You're right.
It's
Thank
yeah.
you. Healing touch. Sorry. Okay, so it's 25 points.
Ooh.
So
Thank you.
you just feel like your skin, like the blisters themselves, just seem to like almost be replaced by the skin growing back up.
We are in a rush, but Brunen's kind of fucked up too. Do you mind?
Oh god. I
Thank you.
suppose she does have a few a day she can do. Okay, so Burden, you don't look as shitty.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
25 points as well, exactly. That's crazy.
Yes.
Right. So yeah.
Thank you.
Um
Will you please just keep our friends safe? And we will let you know when we find your father.
Zara is going to say, I don't know, should I try and get some sleep? And then I can just come back. I don't know, I feel like I shouldn't. It's a risk, but I don't know.
What do
What
you
do you
think?
want me to do?
What do you think would happen if we opened the Feather House in Blackstone?
And then Yellowrace, I probably would not even. I don't know about this Blackstone place, but I heard about it. I don't like it. I wouldn't even bring the feather there, you know?
It's not a bad idea. Bruno, what do you think? Should we bench Sarah for a little bit?
Should we what?
Should we bench
Bench her?
Sarah for a bit?
Well,
We can always just open it up and, obviously my voice carries very well in this house, so we can just yell for her if we need her.
sure.
All right.
Right. It just.
Take
I've
the
got
feather
this killer. Thank you. I'm tired and I've got this killer migraine. There's just so much to do. I can't. So she hands the feather over to you.
Get some rest, Zara.
We'll call you when we need you.
All right. So. What's it called? So she goes in and goes to rest. Get some much needed rest.
Yeah, get those spell slots back.
Yeah. In the meantime, you guys now have the concern of Uwe being in a safe place. But her father needs to be contacted.
Well,
The council needs to be told of, well, this new insight that Waren's discovered concerning the Gith and what help they might be able to bring against the Mind Flayer threat. And now, the concerns about, well, how do you contact Ray Ebe?
so shout.
Rooftop.
Yeah,
Okay.
sound like it's a challenge. I don't
So
see the
you,
problem.
you look around, there are rooftops nearby if you want to try.
Yeah, you know what? I do.
Okay.
I want to climb up on.
Is this going to be
Sure.
like a Perks of Being a Wallflower moment? Like you just go onto the rooftop and just shout it out?
And in that moment, I was
Yeah.
infinitely
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah. Just infinitely raging.
Oh god. Okay. God, I just picture Draxa writing into a journal now. You know, little doodles, like her fucking skateboard, and put a Kestrel ferret on it.
Dear diary, I made a mixtape for Bruno, but he did not listen to it.
He looked at it like he didn't know what it was.
Orcish indie. All right. Quick, what's the best orc indie band name you can think of?
Oh, half tusk.
There you go. That was too fast. That was almost too quick.
So good.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I wanna climb up to a rooftop and get close to the sky. And it looks like I'm just gonna go like bellow my lungs out into the heavens, but I'm actually gonna just like get up close to the sky and like get down on my knees and put my axe on my lap and just like close my eyes and focus. And I'm just gonna try and like mentally call out to Ray
Okay.
Epe.
Okay. Make an intelligence or arcana check.
Same thing.
Actually,
Oh.
wisdom.
Wisdom.
Sorry.
Okay. Great. Do I still have bless? Which won't matter.
You
Jesus
do.
Christ.
You do. Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Okay. 11.
Okay. The winds pick up. Nothing. You can try again, but this time with a religion check.
Yeah. I'll take a deep breath and try again. A 17 rolled over to a 7. Oh, it's not going to be any better than 11 again. All right.
Can I give inspiration?
You can.
Yes, please.
Actually, also, I meant to say this, and I'm sorry. You should have inspiration.
Bardic
Ash.
inspiration, I mean.
No. DM inspiration as well,
Ah.
because of the one thing where you charged in to taking a lot of damage, and you still charged in to go and help. That I thought should deserve inspiration.
Thank you,
So,
nephew.
Use that
I didn't
DM
know you still
inspiration
believed in it.
first.
You don't have to use it now if you don't want to. I understand if you want to use it to split a mind flayer skull.
No. No, that would be awesome, actually, because Adrax has been trying really hard lately to make this work, and it's not. So.
But this is the part where we're either going to hear her say, "Ooh, this," or we're going to hear her say,
Yeah.
"Shit."
Nat 20.
Okay.
Yes.
Close your
Awesome.
eyes, thinking less of focusing. This. Less about trying to just focus in your own mind and think of this as like something within you. And recognizing that this being is something outside of your soul. Something ancient, something powerful. And from that, you can sense this wind that comes. Brunin, you hear again another sound from the south of the city. This sort of like whirring sound.
Brunin turns to look. He's up on the rooftop with Adraxa.
Okay. Make a perception check with advantage because you're on the rooftop.
Uh, 14.
Okay. Distant. You can still make out the shape of the rings over the Tower of Brass spinning faster than you could have imagined such massive things spinning. You also note looks like flashes of almost like a purple, like neon purple lightning flickering off of the rings as they spin
Into
and
the
around
sky.
the Tower of Brass.
Okay.
Draxa,
That doesn't look normal.
you don't open your actual physical eyelids of your body, but you drift into the state and you open your eyes. And there, you're floating. Your feet touch down on desert sands, parched. The sky itself is clear crystal blue. And a man walks. You can see, at first it looks like almost like a mirage, like a man maybe a mile away. And you feel the desert itself, as though your body, you take a step, and then your body is pulled as though from an invisible string pulled at your heart. yanking you forward a mile more until the shapes of distant mountains come and pass until this man is directly in front of you, about a foot from your face. The intense stare, fire in his eyes, the same flames spouting out of his shattered open head. It's the face of Rayeve. Well, it's been long enough. Where is she?
Oh, can he see me?
He's standing directly in front of you, his burning eyes staring into your soul. You're not, like, physically, you're there on the rooftop, like chin up, like, but I would say your spirit is in a different place right now.
Cool.
We have found Ua. She's safe. She's in Higurishell. She's with us.
There's a moment as he kind of like looks up. Looks to you. His eyes look full of gratitude.
Your daughter saved my life. I have nothing but apologies that I repaid her by keeping her from you. This time it was an accident. But she's safe now.
She is safe.
Aye.
That is what matters. She is safe. With you.
Yes.
She angry with me.
She's not. She was afraid you might be angry with her. She's a child and she got lost, is all.
Does she wish to come home?
Yes.
You see a tear of molten steel spatter on the ground. Service done. I fear I could never repay. What would you ask?
I don't want to ask anything, but the people of this nation could use your help, if you are willing. They are under attack from many, many sides. They are not strong like you. If you would help defend, it would save a lot of lives. But the choice is yours.
You will understand. I wish to be reunited with my daughter.
Of course.
Would you forgive me if I do not personally man the ramparts, but stand instead my armies?
That would do nicely.
It is done. With that, you wake up. There is a moment you look around and you suddenly feel the searing pain on your shoulder. Brutally hot. You look, kind of lift your pauldron off of your shoulder, look underneath, and there, burnt into your skin, is a mark of a single white hand.
What is it, Atraxa?
It worked.
What worked?
There's shouts coming from around the city. From the sky, you see people are pointing up. What? As from the heavens, you can see looks like a meteor shower. Spinning pillars of flame landing to the eastern edge of the city. It's astounding. It looks almost as though a fireworks display in the middle of the day, but each one is just a rocket flying down. Then you see one coming close. Make a dex save.
Ooh, 25.
18.
Okay, you both are fine as you jump out of the way of this massive flame drops down. In front of you, you see a figure of a woman, her skin crimson red. Around her, instead of a cloak, you can see just flames licking up from her shoulders and back. La Ebe sends his regards and his gratitude. Others, you see them landing on rooftops in the streets. Soldiers, you see them standing, flaming spears in their hands. Helms adorned with shapes almost like intricately hammered creatures, heads, like depicting things that you could have never imagined. And I think that is about as good of a place as we can call it.
Fucking A!
How many of those people just showed up?
He said armies.
Armies. Okay. Yo, that was
like,
awesome.
Holy shit, I love D&D so much.
Yeah.
Matt, that was awesome. Holy shit.
I'm so glad that you guys were able to pull that off.
I am fucking stoked that Adrax has been praying for something like, I don't know, 30 years straight. This is the first time like something good has come of it. She keeps trying.
And you have a mark to show for it.
Yeah. Adrax has no idea if that was like whatever god she's been talking to or Ray Ebby, but she's happy either way. How big is the handprint?
Size of a person's. Not so big as Ray Ebbe's.
Cool.
But
so fucking cool.
You make a, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I guess it would be too hard to tell at this point, in this moment. You're not thinking about that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we're watching the fireworks. Oh man. It's so good to be back.
What did Brennan see at the spinning orbs?
Wait, the what?
To the south.
Oh yeah.
The
what
Tower of Brass.
Was, flashes of purple lightning. Like you saw like lights flickering, and at the point that Ray Ebbe was, the point that Adraxa broke through and was able to contact Ray Ebbe.
Gotcha.
That's when you saw the rings spinning faster than they.
At that exact point. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they were already spinning fast, but then like the outermost ring really kicked in at that point.
Okay.
Like it was like spinning like a lawnmower blade fast. Like it was quick.
That yeah. I was rolling checks instead of saves, which means instead I took way more damage than I should have, which is fine because I could take it. I took something like 70 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
I don't know the right way that we should have saved her, but that was a way.
No, I honestly, that's about the way I expected you guys were going to do it. But
yeah, that was fun, man. Thank you so much.
Did you guys have any idea that she was in there before?
No.
Through that? Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Man, I thought I had to. That was
too
generous.
They need to vet their artifacts better. Like.
Hey, you guys want this big glowing rock? It's probably radioactive or something.
Yeah.
Well, That's the thing. I feel like it was fair because I feel like Adrax's divine sense is starting to like kick in. So I feel like
you're starting to be able to make connections to things.
Yeah,
I'd say you're trusting this inner intuition that you're trusting your wisdom now. Let's say.
Really shitty wisdom. But also, like she could detect the elemental within too, which is a sense I'm getting used to.
It's
but
sort of like
yeah,
just fucking like Morpheus looking at Neo like she's starting to believe. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, thank you for not breaking my axe. I definitely would have just like
I was
flipped my whole
about to too. I was thinking like there should be a price to this, shouldn't there?
I knew
the axe burns, but
I knew I fucked up when you didn't even ask me to roll for damage. I jumped 20 feet, cast a lightning strike, and hit that rock with my axe, and you didn't even ask me to roll for damage. I was like, oh, I done fucked up.
It's like almost like just it wasn't. I would say this, like she wasn't burning you with fire. She was burning you with heat itself, primordial, like just the essence and definition of what heat is in the universe.
Poor kid.
Emanating. So it wasn't. Yeah, she's not a being fire. She's a being the heat itself that just causes fire to immolate around her.
Poor lost little lamb.
Aww.
Flaming lamb.
I'm so freaking excited for where this is going.
Yeah,
I'm excited. All right.
I'm
hoping you guys are
end the
not out of the
stream.
woods yet.
Everybody who's watching, thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody. Matt, don't hang up yet.
No,
love you, everybody.
I was about to. I always did that. You can see my hand.
Join us next Thursday for
Artema.
first Artema session, like a month almost, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.